all my Flosstube neighbors. I am Chris and this is Xrossstitch, and today is Tuesday, March the 22nd, 2022, and this is Flosstube number 43. I'm so happy to have you with me today. If you are a new viewer, welcome. Today is going to be a bit different than my normal Flosstubes, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that you took the time to check me out if this is your first time viewing one of my episodes. And I hope that you like what you see. I hope that you subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below and say hello. Welcome to the neighborhood. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being the bedrock of the neighborhood. And I thank you mostly for all your very sweet well wishes over the course of the past week. I have horrible seasonal allergies. And I'm going to address that low rumble and the chainsaw in just a moment. You've got to be able to hear that. Sometimes I say, oh, I hear the dog barking, or I hear this or that, and you say, oh, we don't hear it, Christopher. Surely you can hear that. Yeah. Paul Bunyan and Babe have moved in next door. Anyway, back to my train of thought. Thank you so much for all your well wishes. I was absolutely fine, other than the fact that I have horrible seasonal allergies. And the past couple of weeks, it has been everything in Southern California. Spring has sprung and it is blooming. And to add insult to injury, we have very large pine trees that we live beneath here in the hills. And every 5 years, and they're very big, they're very, very big. And we have to periodically keep them maintained so that they don't get overweighty. They don't get super dense and thick, because we do have winds here in the canyons, and if a tree is laced properly, and that's what they call it, lacing, then the wind will blow through. If a tree is not laced properly, it acts as a barrier and it can blow down. So every 5 or 6 years we actually have our trees laced, and this was the year to have our trees laced. We did it a couple of weeks ago, and the sky looked as if it were showering dust of gold down upon us, the pollen. And I knew that a few days later it was going to hit me, and it certainly did. I also got out in my own garden and did a lot of maintenance and winter cleaning and gardening and what have you. And even though I wear a mask when I do that, it still affected me. So I've had a bout of seasonal allergies, but I'm much better this week, and I wanted to make sure to come to you today, despite the fact that now my neighbor is doing the same thing. So that's what you hear. You hear the chainsaw, you hear a wood chipper in the background. I'm not in the normal place I film because that's even closer to her. So I'm in my little study / stitching room coming to you today. It's going to be a bit of a different format. I'm going to try to get through things a little bit quicker because this is driving me bananas. But we're going to hit as many things as we can hit today. And you always know that we start each video here at Xrossstitch by naming Handstanding Cat. Handstanding Cat is the top of Tiki, Tree of 1,000 Faces. I asked for names for the top of Tiki, which looks like a handstanding cat. I had a million of them. So now we put them on the wheel, and I continually add names to the wheel as you suggest them. And each week we spin. This week, Handstanding Cat is named by our neighbor Padma R. Padma decided that she would like to name Handstanding Cat Topsy-Turvy. Topsy-Turvy. So this week, Handstanding Cat, named by Padma R, is named Topsy-Turvy, and I think that's a perfect name for a handstanding cat who is actually, in actuality, topsy-turvy. So there you go. Thank you, Padma. This has been going on all morning long. I don't understand it really, actually. My pine trees are enormous, and I have twice as many as she does. And my guys were here at 8 in the morning on a Saturday, and they were gone by 1. Her guys arrived at 8 in the morning, and they're still here chopping. And she doesn't have nearly the trees that I have at all. I mean, she doesn't even have pine trees. I think at best she has an elm. It's very frustrating. But what can you do? I mean, I notify my neighbors when I'm gonna do things like this. I send little emails around saying, I'm so sorry to inconvenience you, but do I get that in return? No, 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 never. This is a moment when you should be chrising it up, Christopher. And I am. I'm gonna chris it up. We're gonna chris it up right now, and I hope that you're continuing to chris it up in your daily life, where you take a moment to just focus on something that makes you happy when you are frustrated or discouraged or having grinding tree debris going on within earshot of your filming a Flosstube channel. So we're going to chris it up right now, and we're going to go on to different things. This, because of the sinuses, because of the, it's just been a busy couple of weeks in my household. Spring demands that we do a lot here, and I've been doing that, but I did have a chapter finish. I had it's a FFN, a finish for now, until we receive the newest chapter, and we have received it. It's just something went wrong with the email, and I haven't received it yet. I've seen it, but I haven't yet started on it. And that is Caterpillar Cross Stitches, How Does Your Garden Grow Mystery Stitch Along. I finished the March chapter, or rather the February to March chapter, because they're put out the 21st of each month. And he's adorable. I did, Norman the gnome, I did take the liberty of changing Norman's colors. I changed his hat from red to the blue and the yellow, and I made his coveralls and his shirt slightly different shades of blue and yellow. And you will all understand why I did that. I thought it was a very small way, but very topical. And as I was thinking a lot about Ukraine as I was stitching this, I thought it was rather appropriate to do so. So that is my FFN. It is also the completion of one of my 2 Whip Go numbers for this month. I was lucky this month. The 2 numbers that were called were things that I actually had placed on my Whip Go board, knowing that I would be doing these monthly stitch alongs and giving me a bit of a break from more projects than necessary. So actually my 2 Whip Go calls this month were to finish the 2 stitch alongs that I'm working on. One being this, and the other being the Fruits of Plenty, hashtag STILLFRESHFRUITSAL, which I have been working on, but I'm not going to show it to you today, because I hope by next week to actually have that completed, because next week is the end of the month of March, and I have to catch up on February, if you will remember. But that is the only stitching I'm going to show you today. How Does Your Garden Grow? That FFN, and I just love it. The new little segment of it's adorable. It's lettuce and strawberries and a trowel and another little garden utensil, a trowel and a little hand rake. And as soon as I get the chart, I can start on it. But that's the only stitching. We're gonna do something fun today though. Today, since I don't have that much stitching to show you, since I haven't really wrapped my head around a toy to bring to you, or a story to bring to you. And we just had a big episode on the Neighbor's Corner, so I'm gonna hang back a bit on that. But at least I'm being spontaneous, right? I received in the mail another subscription box. You know, I did an unboxing video of the wonderful Caterpillar Cross Stitch subscription box recently, but this is the other one that I was eagerly anticipating. And I was going to do it as a separate unboxing, but I'm going to do it now. So this is going to be an unboxing embedded in an episode. An embedded unboxing. That's hard to say. It's especially hard to say when you have going on next door. An embedded unboxing of Starlight Stitchery's Edgar Allan Poe box. This was actually the first subscription box or surprise mystery box that I ordered. And then Caterpillar cross stitches came beforehand, which I was very excited about. But this one, I set my alarm and was sitting there by the computer to get one, and I got one. Because as you know, I love Edgar Allan Poe. We've discussed that before. I swear it's the Chainsaw Ballet outside. I wonder if they're tuned in the same key. Anyway, here we go. Now, here's the thing. I opened this. I broke the seal on it, thinking there was going to be a box inside this box. But this is the box from Starlight Stitchery. So when I opened it, I saw product. So I immediately shut it. And I've had it now for over a week, and it's been driving me crazy. I've been dying to open this. But I was a snot muffin for over a week, and I didn't get to do the unboxing video, and I'm dying to open this, so here we go. I'm gonna open it right now. And I can't do unboxing videos because I don't, look, oh, here we go. And there it is, there's Edgar. Hello, Edgar, you're looking awfully dour. Okay. So I do unboxing videos different. I don't shoot down into the, because I can't, move the camera. So here we go. Let's see what's in here. By the way, if you have ordered this and you haven't opened yours yet, which probably is no one, but look away if you don't want to. That's a note about someone unable to put a pattern, but there's a second pattern from another. Well, that's wonderful. Okay, let's see what's in here. I'm going to go with small things first. I love this. This is wonderful. What is this? This is an Edgar Allan Poe doll. The string doll gang. What is this? What does this say? This is like a keychain. It's got a little bell on it. Isn't he adorable? I love that. Where does it say what it is? That's what it's got to be. Edgar Allan Poe doll by Kamibayashi. Is that what this is? Are these the same people? The original string doll gang. Edgar Allan Poe. There is no beauty without strangeness. There is no beauty without strangeness. I agree to that. I agree with that. Yes, just great. I love it. I have so many little toys like this. I just can't really do it. What is this? Let's see. This is there's a reason I brought my glasses. Starlight Stitchery, hand-dyed cotton embroidery floss, Descent into the Maelstrom. The Raven, and Mask of the Red Death. Topical. These are overdyes. Oh, and these are pretty. The Raven, of course, is dark. Mask of the Red Death. Aren't those lovely? Aren't those beautiful? Yes, hand-dyed embroidery floss. The Raven, black raven feathers threaded through with purple and green. Descent into the Maelstrom, swirling deep blue of an inescapable whirlpool. That's cheery. Mask of the Red, yes, yes. Beautiful. Overdyed flosses. Let's see what else is in here. This looks fun. Handmade and Oregon wrap. Oh, this is, these are wax melts entitled Graveyard. I don't know that I'd want my house to smell like a graveyard, but I'm sure it doesn't mean that it's like the smell of decay. I'm sure it's like, you know, what does it say? The cold scent of cypress trees lining a graveyard path, sweetened by faint flowers and a wisp of dried tobacco. I can smell it. Package. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. It's Christmassy kind of. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. It's clean. It's a clean. It's a very it's more cypress than anything. But this is by Foxglove and Rue. This is lovely. This smells really wonderful, and I do have a wax melter, and I will definitely use this. Let's see what else. Tea. Fireside Chat Black Tea by PLUM Deluxe. That's great, because, you know, I do love my tea. I'm gonna have to, I hope I'm being entertaining throughout all this. There's a lot of opening of packages. Oh man. Oh man. That's good. That's really good. Let's see what this is. Black Rubio, cinnamon, ginger, cocoa, safflower, calendula, vanilla, walnut, and chocolate for essences. Yeah, this is delicious. It's going to be delicious because it smells delicious. And you know, if a tea smells delicious, it will be delicious if you brew it right. You have to brew the tea right. And sometimes your water can be too hot. It can. And sometimes your water's not hot enough. So you have to know what you're doing. And I can't tell you because I have to Google it every single time. Okay, what is this? This is pretty. This is really pretty. Horse and Hare on Etsy.com of Winchester, Virginia. What is this? It's a... Oh, this is just a little notepad with a beautiful raven on it. That's wonderful. I love that. You know, sometimes with these books, I hate to write in them because I feel like it messes them up. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I wandered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, whilst I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a... Okay, stop. What else? Stickers. It's appropriate that I'm opening an Edgar Allan Poe box on this particular day because I'm about to go over and murder some people and then wall them up in my wall. No, not really. No, that would be so anti-crisscross. That would be very off-brand for me, wouldn't it? Not crissing it up at all. It stopped. Blessed silence. Okay, so stickers. I'm not a huge sticker that one's really psychedelic. I'm not a huge sticker person, but I will stick that on something, I'm sure, sooner or later. Maybe a card. Maybe I'll use that in a card. Beautiful, oh, beautiful piece of fabric. Let's see what this is. That's a good size. It's hard to tell. This is kind of antique. It's like a little blush parchment. Let's see, what is this? The Blank Page. Well, that makes sense. It looks like parchment. Hand-dyed fabric by the Starlight Stitchery. Gorgeous. It doesn't have a count on it. Doesn't have a count on it. Let's see what it is. It's a linen, and I can't tell the count, but it looks like it's probably a 32 count. It's either a 32 or a 36, but that's pretty. And I knew there was something hiding out in the bottom there. Oh, there are all kinds of things. There's some assorted chocolate kisses running around in the bottom of this. I'm not going to hold those out because you all know what a Hershey's Kiss looks like. If you don't, you should. A little charm that says rest in peace on one side. I'm going to give it to those dudes. And Nevermore on the other. That's cool. And then finally, these. And this is the exciting part. These are the patterns. I'm going to look at these down here because I don't know that I can actually show you. The Witchy Stitcher. Yes, this is an actual chart. I can't show it to you, but well, I can show you the front of it. It's this. Isn't that cool? That's one. Oh, okay, I can show you this. The Witchy Stitcher, that's one. Cobweb and Rose, The House of Usher. I've never stitched a house before, but that's kind of cool. Lots of these will be done during Spooky Summer Stitch now, won't they? Tusk and Cardinal, wonderful Lindsay Swearingen, who did the Creepy Cross Stitch book that I told you about earlier, or later last year. Annabelle Lee, this is a crypt. Beautiful crypt chart. Another Witchy Stitcher, Poe, Leave My Loneliness Unbroken. That's a verse from one of the poems. And finally, Foxglove and Crows, A Toast for Edgar. I love this one. A Toast for Edgar. That was a lot of stuff in this box by Starlight Stitchery. I'm very pleased with that. I feel like I have a very good return on my investment. That's very loud too. So there you go. You just got an unboxing. I hope you like unboxings. If you didn't, I'm sorry I made you sit through it. But I hope I was at least a little bit entertaining. Me and Edgar. What is my favorite thing from the whole box? I think this. I mean, listen, I love the charts. You know I'm going to stitch some of these. I'm absolutely going to stitch some of these, if not all of them. This is wonderful. I laughed about it, you know, who would want your house to smell like a graveyard, but this smells actually quite lovely. The tea, and I'm not trying to sell you this. I'm just saying all of these things are nice. They're nice products. So if this is indicative of what the Starlight Stitchery puts in their surprise boxes, I will be ordering from them again because I think it's fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. And of course now it's very silent. Let's just take a moment and listen to the silence. The silence of the wood chipper. This week in Happy Mail, I received several things over the course of, actually this week and last week, and I was so pleased about them. First of all, I have to thank our dear neighbor, JOANN P. JOANN is a wonderful, wonderful neighbor in our neighborhood. She sent me a large bundle of de-stash items so that I could use them for future giveaways. And we're only going to have one giveaway this week, but the giveaway is from the items that JOANN sent to us. Well, it's actually two, but they come together as one. So we're only doing one thing this week. I'm going to try to catch up. But JOANN has provided that. So thank you so much, JOANN, for that. I received in the mail a delightful St. Patrick's Day card from Sherry, our neighbor Sherry S. She likes to send me cards, and I love receiving them, and it's kind of my favorite guy right there. So Sherry, thank you so much for that. I clearly can't do things on camera, but thank you so much for that, Sherry. And finally, from my dear sweet neighbor, Amber O, I received an adorable card. That was her address flying out so I can keep it to put her on the Christmas card list. A cute little St. Patrick's Day card, but she sent a delightful gift. And as I always say with these things, I don't ever expect you to send me presents, and they're completely unnecessary, but I'm always so moved and so grateful to receive these sweet remembrances, because you always manage to tailor them so wonderfully to me and the things that we talk about here in the neighborhood. She sent me one of Mill Hill's Celtic Santas, and she specifically sent me the Scottish Santa. And I love this so much. I am going to be stitching this. This will be hanging on my tree this year. So thank you so much, Amber. I appreciate this really more than you know. It's so very special to me. So thank you all who take the time to not only send gifts, but to even send those destashed items. I know that some of you, you postage for some of the parcels that I've received is up there, and it's all very appreciated, and it's all going to be recycled to good use among the neighborhood. So thank you so much as always for that. And now on to the giveaway winners from 2 weeks ago. The 3 giveaways. You actually had 2 weeks to get your comments in with each of the keywords. The first, an adorable chart, make use of present time. Make use of present time. The keyword for this was present. And the winner of this particular chart is Colette Rowberry. Colette Rowberry, or Rowberry. Rowberry, that's how I would say it. Colette Rowberry. You probably pronounce it Rowberry, don't you, Colette? Let me know when you send me your mailing address via the email listed below. Congratulations. The next giveaway of the 3 was this chart. There is beauty in simplicity. The keyword for that, of course, was simplicity. And the winner of this one, our neighbor Susan Hernandez. Susan, congratulations. I will be sending that to you as soon as you send me your mailing address. I think you may have won one a long time ago. I might have that in my files. But anyway, send me an email. And lastly, the third chart, this particular chart that you're seeing right here, it is the Redbird sampler. Redbird sampler. I love redbirds. I don't see redbirds out here much. Used to see them in Alabama all the time, but I don't see them here in Southern California. They're probably in Northern California. The winner of this particular chart was Debbie Mason. Congratulations, Debbie. So if all of you will send me your mailing addresses, I will get those out very, very quickly. All of my giveaways have gone out now. I'm all caught up. These 3 will go out, maybe not this week, but possibly next week, because I tend to batch them. There are a few of you who may have won things from, I think there are 2 of my neighbors who have won previous giveaways that I have not heard from. So if you entered, and I should tell you who those people are. I think I will. Hold on. Yes. Neighbor Kathy Deal. Kathy, you won spring chicken a few videos ago. I haven't heard from you yet. And the other one is Llama Lump from just a couple of videos ago. And that one is Brenda Johnson. So Kathy and Brenda, absolutely fine. Sometimes people, they get busy just like I do. You get busy and it takes you a while to catch up on Flosstubes. But Kathy and Brenda, you're a winner. And I have those waiting for you. So send me drop me a line and I will get those out with the rest of the giveaways. And now let's talk about the singular giveaway that we're going to be offering up this week. Again, this is from our dear neighbor, Joanne P. Joanne sent a bevy of charts and assorted things, but the one that struck out made itself, that do I love being tongue-tied? Hey, it's distraction. You've got to tell me that y'all hear that. I'm gonna bump the sound up. And now it stops. Anyway, 2 things. 1, this adorable bag. This is a project bag, although you certainly could use it for anything you might want to use it for. It is, as you can see, this is a plastic, and it is it's perforated. You can't see me through that. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know why I did that. Mad as a hatter. But this is coming along with a beautiful little sunflower needle minder. Sunflower needle minder. The sunflower is the national flower of Ukraine. And surprisingly, the keyword for this singular giveaway, you're going to get both of these, is peace. P-E-A-C-E. Peace. So if you would like to be considered for this, please use the word peace in your comment. And we will draw for this at the beginning of the video or before I film in 1 week's time. So this is a great bag. And the needle minder is adorable too. I believe these both originally came from Fat Quarter Shop. But they are courtesy of JOANN P. And I'm going to be happy to send this to one of you with the keyword peace. So that is today's brief, strange, off-kilter video. I was not about to let another week go by without visiting with all of you. I missed you terribly. You should know that if I can't film, there's a good reason. Not bad necessarily, but there is a good reason. The reason last week is because my eyes were so puffy, it looked like I was wearing one of those masks, and I wasn't. And not to mention, I could have irrigated a field with what was coming out of my eyes and my nose. That's disgusting. Don't say things like that, Christopher. Gross. Gross. I don't want to turn you off. But thank you for sticking with me today throughout all the cacophony, which of course, now that I'm finished filming, has stopped. Oh no, there it is again. Thank goodness. I would be so upset if it stopped and right as soon as I finished filming this. So I'm going to go edit this now. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you are a first-time viewer, come back next week. It's going to be much better. You're going to see some cross-stitching. You're going to see more of what we normally are like here at Criss-Cross Stitch. But thank you so much for taking time with me. Remember to Criss it up throughout your week when you have those moments of frustration. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.